Okay, so the last big ending to this unit is being able to create that common denominator and being able to add or subtract fractions with a common denominator. Um, so in this lesson, it talks about finding the least common multiple to be able to find the common denominator. You don't have to find your least common multiple. A lot of times students the method they use, honestly, is the method I'm going to show you for the top one because it's the easiest method for you guys. Instead of sitting and brainstorming what is their least common multiple, I will show you both ways, and it's your choice which way you want to use. Okay? So, usually, how students find a common denominator is they say, okay, this is 4 and this is 5. So this fraction, I'm going to multiply by 5 over 5. And this fraction, I'm going to multiply by 4 over 4. And then that will give me the common denominator. Okay? So 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 4 is 20. 4 times 1 is 4. And then again, 5 times 4 is 20. Okay, so now you have 5 over 20 plus 4 over 20, and that equals 9 over 20. Okay, and that's in the most simplified form because 9 is only divisible by 9 and 3, and 9 doesn't go into 20 evenly. 3 doesn't go into 20 evenly. So that's it. Okay. Now use the second method that your book talks about, finding the least common multiple. So I could multiply this side by 10 over 10 and this side by 6 over 6, but then you're going to have to simplify, which is fine. We know how to simplify. Or you can say the least common multiple, they both divide into 30. Okay, so their least common multiple is 30. So this side I would multiply 5 over 5 to get 30 on the bottom. And this side, I'm going to multiply 3 over 3 to get 30 on the bottom. Okay, so now I have 25 over 30 plus 3 over 30. But again, you would have to know the least common multiple was 30. Okay, now sometimes it's harder for students to be able to look at that and say, they have a common multiple and their least common multiple is 30, they'd rather just do it this way. It's whichever way you prefer, okay? As long as you get answers, whatever way you prefer, okay? So now 25 plus 3 is 28, divided by 30. Okay, so next step, I want you to think about it for a second. They're two even numbers, so you know it's not simplified, right? So 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 8 4 times. Okay, 30 divided by 2 is 15. All right. All right. Last one. Again, this goes back to just saying, do they have a least common multiple? And they do. So 7 goes into 21. So this one, you're just going to multiply only this side, 3 over 3. Okay, 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 over 21 equals 4 over 21. And that's the most simplified form. Okay, so that is how you create common denominators. You can create them by finding your least common multiple, or you can just do it the way I did it up here, where students flip the sides to make, so if you had the denominator on this side, you multiply the denominator on this side over to this fraction, and then you multiply the denominator on this side over to this fraction, and it creates that common denominator. All right. So why don't you go ahead and practice creating common denominators, and I'll see you later. Bye now.